Hey guys, good afternoon. Thanks for stopping in, JT Raised Outdoors. I'm gonna show you a little project we got going on today with the tree saws. It's finally getting dry enough we can run them without tearing the ground up too bad. So we're working for this landowner here in Oklahoma, and he's going to put a new fence in along this road. So we have to take out this brush. It's not really trees, so to speak, but this brush, we got to clear it out so he can run a new fence all along this road right here. And it starts right down here, right by that last cedar tree there. But we only need to cut it back here like 20 feet. These bigger trees that are off the road a little bit, we're not gonna mess with those. But anyway, we're gonna clear this up where he can put a fence in. Hopefully I can get it done the next day or two. There's a chance of rain in a couple days, and I got another small job to do for another guy that's waiting on me to get there to put a fence in. So there's going to be quite a bit of work to do if we can keep the weather in our favor. So anyway, that's what we're doing today, so stick with us. And it's really warming up today. Hopefully spring's here to stay. We just don't want it to go straight to summer. On most jobs we do, we usually spray a stump spray that kills the tree, kills the stump, keeps things from sprouting. But on this job, he's going to have this fence in where he can spray along the edge of the fence, so it won't be an issue for him. He just wanted to get it done, get it out of there so he could put a new fence up. A lot of this is buckbrush, so it takes a long time to get where it's in the way or bother the fence, so it don't grow real fast. Chemicals like fuel right now, it's really high, it's really taking a jump. So if you can spray it with a side-by-side and a sprayer as it grows up over the years, spray it every 2 or 3 years, it ain't bad. The game plan on this is cut it out, cut everything down, and then we'll go back and with the grapple and make piles here on the edge where he can burn them and get the fence in. only utilities we have along here that we have to worry about is phone utilities, and they're buried, so really the only thing we need to worry about is the box where the phone line is marked off. A little bit of rock in here from the road over the years. It's not really hurting too bad. The only time that rocks really hurt you bad is if they're in the ground where they're rigid. The ones that are on top of the ground, or those small ones like that, don't seem to bother too bad. But if they're in the ground and they're rigid, it'll screw the blade up in a hurry. I haven't bought any new teeth for this blade for a while. Last time I bought them, they were $21 a piece, and I suppose they're higher than that now. And there's 24 of them on the blade. It used to be about $500 to put teeth on it. It's not real thick. There's a deer trail crossing the road. It won't be too bad. I'm kind of pleased the ground out here is dry. I kind of waited a day or two before I come down, and it's helped. It was pretty wet when I brought the loader down. So if you're going to clear your own pasture sometime, if you're thinking about spraying your trees that you're cutting down, you don't have to spray a cedar tree with stump spray. Just cut the cedar tree off below the last limb. So don't spend any money on stump spray spraying cedars. To my knowledge, that's the only tree in our area that is that way. So I'm not spraying any of these anyway. It's just information for you if you're getting ready to clear your own pastures or have somebody do it for you. You might ask them if they're planning on spraying the cedars, because they don't have to as long as they cut them low enough. I'm already liking the time change. The longer days. I noticed last night it was getting dark about 20 till 8 here. We're Central Time where we're at. One of the things that I dislike about winter is you don't have enough time in the day to get anything done. do quite a bit of splitting of firewood. We don't do it every day, but we do it year round when we can. We do a lot of hedge. Not a lot, but quite a bit for us. But this is where we get a lot of our firewood. We clear pasture for hedgerows, fence rows. And it gives us access to quite a bit of firewood trees, and then we log them out in one form or fashion or another. Sometimes we log the whole log out. Sometimes we cut them up into rounds right there on the landowner's property and haul them out with dump trucks. But running these tree saws gives us big old rock right there. Running these tree saws gives us access to abundance of firewood. Abundance of trees anyway, we make into firewood. I know that sounds bad with those rocks, but they're not really big rocks. It just makes that blade sound like a gong show. If anybody ever remembers the gong show, if you're old enough for that. It sounds worse than what it really is. When you get out and look at the blade, it's not that bad. Making progress. he's going to put a new fence in right here. So all these trees that we're going to leave, like this patch here, he doesn't want to clean this out as far as I know. So what I do is I take what'll be the tallest tree, which right now is about 15 feet. And then I like to add a few more feet to that. Because what happens is you have a brand new fence, and for some reason, if one of these trees would die, then we don't want that tree falling on his new fence. So I'm going to cut back, 20, 25 feet back this way. It'll ensure that he'll have plenty of room to stretch his new wire along there, plus keep anything from falling on his fence in the future. Like I said, these are going to stay as far as I know, so we just don't want his new fence to be taken out by something in a year or two. And it'd give him an opportunity, if he wants to cut that at a later date, spend his money at a different time, that it'll be far enough back that it's not going to hurt his new fence. Kind of show you where we've been and where we're headed. But that's where we've already cut. Today I'm wrapping up a video from the other day. I was clearing this hedgerow out, this fence line out in Oklahoma. There was a rain coming, and so I just got the grapple out and tore into it and got it all piled up. It only took me like an hour and a half to pile up the fence line, but you can see it behind me. I had another job I needed to get to that evening before it rained, so I just hustled through it. So I'm here finishing up the close out of this video, but I wanted to give you a little bit of footage of how it turned out. So but it turned out pretty good. They'll be able to put a new fence in here. We're going to put a set of gates here where this driveway is. And then it goes on and on. Made a few brush piles. There was one back there where we were standing, and then there's another one here. Just kind of out of the way so they can have room to put the fence in. But yeah, it goes all the way down to that curve in the road way down there. But it turned out pretty good. I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Drop us a comment, and we'll catch you on the next one.